goes Davis. Oh my God! Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game.
Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James.
Welcome to the 5th edition of the Playbook Podcast. I'm your host, Myer. My co-hosts are Cash Spinka and Nick Bentley. Make sure you follow our YouTube channel and Spotify to keep up with all of our podcasts. So, Cash, college football, How are we feeling about it? How are the first 3 weeks now going?
It's looking good. Most of the teams are doing pretty good. I'm very impressed by Texas and Miami and Ole Miss. I think they're looking very good this season.
Yeah, Archie Manning gets subbed in and
67-yard run.
67-yard run for a touchdown is absolutely insane. Nick, you were in charge of the KU game. How did that go?
Not what I expected it.
Oh, for real?
I couldn't really watch it. I was at a football game. But I watched a little before. And we were doing all right in the first quarter.
All right is a key word right there.
Yeah. And then turn it off, and then I get an ESPN notification that we lose. It was 23-17, I'm pretty sure. And Matthew Sulek throwing 7 for 18 and an average of 4.8 with 1 touchdown and 0 interceptions and a completion of 38.9%. Had a QBR of 66.
66 is insane.
Yeah, Jalen Daniels, he needs to pick it up or KU's not going to have a season. Throwing 12 for 24, an average of 6.4, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and a completion of 50% with the QBR of 56.
So was that KU's 1 and 2 now, or?
Yep, 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Sorry though, we'll come back from that. We got West Virginia.
If y'all lose one more game, you're like out of playoff contention.
Yeah, I know.
I
don't even think we really have a chance to get to playoff contentions.
Yeah, you guys still got a chance if you go undefeated for the rest of the year, but that's not gonna happen. You're gonna lose to us.
No, we're not.
Cash, how are we feeling about the Mizzou game versus Boston College?
Very close game and unexpected. I thought Missouri was going to blow them out. But
yeah, for real.
They only end up winning 27-21, and Brady Cook goes off for 21 for 30, passing with 264 yards and only 1 touchdown. And Boston College, Thomas Castellanos goes off for 16 for 28 with 249 yards and 3 touchdowns, but 2 interceptions, which probably is the reason that cost them the game.
Yeah.
Myer.
I was in charge of the K-State game. K-State obviously beat the other Wildcats in the Arizona. K-State proving how good they are against another ranked opponent. They were ranked 20th in the nation. We were ranked 14th, by the way. What do you guys?
Right now, ranked 14th.
Oh, that was before the game.
We weren't.
You guys are not ranked.
At the beginning of the season, we were ranked 20th, 22nd. So.
Yeah. Avery Johnson had 21 attempts on 14 completions with 156 yards, and I feel like that doesn't prove how dominant he really was in this game. He did whatever he wanted against this offense, so I really don't feel like the stats back up the real game, but it's whatever. He had 2 touchdowns with no picks, so. Dylan Edwards had 6 carries for 41 yards, averaging 6.1 yards a carry, and I feel like he should be our workhorse back, or we should at least split time evenly. Because DJ Giddens, he had 17 carries for 86 yards, averaging 5.1 touchdown with a touchdown. So I feel like it should be 10 and 10 touches each. I don't know, maybe 13, I don't know.
Dylan Edwards only having 6 carries for 41 yards.
Yeah, I know, and I feel like that's his stats consistently. Like, he has less carries but about the same yardage as DJ Giddens. So I feel like he should be up there with him, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like DJ Giddens a bit overrated. But he's still obviously an elite running back because he plays for K-State.
Yeah. I mean, Dylan Edwards did go into Colorado last year as the fastest player for Colorado. I don't know about K-State right now, if he's the fastest or.
No, I don't think he is, but he's still very quick. So when we get back from commercial break, we'll be talking about the NFL in Week 2.
Yep.
Barron Concrete has been working locally and commercially in the Roseville area since 1980. They have been a part of major projects in the Roseville, Wichita area that have helped shape the community we know of today. If you have any questions, please contact them at 316-618-6087 or on their website, barronconcrete.com. They're open Monday through Friday, so please contact them.
Elite Compression has been offering their service for over 6 years. They fit all patients with lymphedema and chronic venous insufficiencies and make it easier for the patient to live their lives to the fullest. They are open on weekdays from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can locate them at 10346 Stonegate Street in Wichita, Kansas. You can contact them today at 316-636-7900.
Welcome back to the Playbook Podcast. Cash, Isaiah Pacheco obviously out with an injury.
Mm-hmm.
How are we feeling about the Chiefs signing Kareem Hunt?
We'll see if he could perform just as well as Isaiah Pacheco. If not, then it's not looking good for them because Isaiah Pacheco was definitely a powerhouse for them.
Yeah, I feel like last time Kareem Hunt was on the Chiefs, unfinished business was solved. He lied about the situation to the head office or the office, and they shipped him out. And then now we got him back. I feel like this is his redemption arc. I'm hoping at least because Clyde Edwards-Helaire is out, obviously on the IR. So right now our best running back is Carson Steele, which I don't feel like he's a bad option, but definitely not the option we want as our starting running back right now.
Another running back that's out, Christian McCaffrey. How do you think the 49ers are going to play without him?
Well, in the first 2 weeks, they've played pretty well without him, honestly. Their backup running back has really stepped up, and I feel like he's a key piece of this offense, but I feel like it's such a good offense, they don't even need him. So obviously, we're getting to that point in the season where injuries are just hammering down on some star players. Amon-Ra, St. Brown, Justin Jefferson, Joe Mixon, Tajay Spears, Justin Herbert, Cooper Kupp, Isaiah Pacheco, Deebo Samuel are all out for 2 to 3 weeks.
Forgot Tua.
And Tua might be done for his career. But those are just the injuries that happened this week. All those players are out for 2 to 3 weeks. Isaiah Pacheco obviously being out for 7 to 8 weeks. Nick, how are we feeling about these star players coming out?
Well, it sucks Isaiah Pacheco because he's on my fantasy team. So there goes a running back. But keep your prayers up for them, Hope they can fast recover because I really need Isaiah Pacheco on my fantasy team.
I feel like the Chiefs need him more than we're willing to admit, but
Yeah.
if we get Kareem Hunt, I feel like that's a good step in the right direction. Marvin Harrison Jr. finally proves his worth. After being, the 4th overall pick, he had 4 receptions for 2 touchdowns and 137 yards in the first quarter.
Shaky first game, but he immediately bounces back
Yeah.
with that performance.
Did he even do anything after the first quarter?
No,
Yeah.
but I feel like that first quarter proved that the offense relies on him a lot. I mean, he didn't have the bad rest of the game. He just didn't perform like he did in the first quarter. So I feel like if he can put a whole game together like that, 6 touchdowns, 400 yards receiving, that'd be insane. I feel like he can do it, though. Speaking of rookies, he's not a rookie anymore, but the former first overall pick, Bryce Young, gets benched for Andy Dalton.
It was bound to happen.
It was bound to happen, but I don't know.
He's 2 for something with wins and losses.
I don't feel like that's his fault, though. I feel like that organization is just so messed up.
It's not a well-built offense. It's not a well-built defense. It's just not a great team overall.
I mean, I feel like they're trying on the defense. Or, no. They didn't even – I'm thinking about the Giants. Never mind. They didn't even get anyone. They lost. They lost Brian Bernlacher, didn't they? Yeah. So I feel like that offense is made out of paper clips and peanut butter right now. Obviously, they got Xavier Legette in the second or first round, late first round pick. They got DeAndre Johnson, but he hasn't done anything. None of the receivers have done anything to help Bryce Young. I feel like they should have worked on their O-line this offseason instead of building up receivers. But just disappointing for Bryce Young, obviously. I feel like he's a totally different player if he's put in any system. Like, put him on the 49ers, I feel like he's a franchise quarterback. Well, I guess you could say that for anyone.
Yeah.
He made Brock Purdy almost an MVP. So, Nick, will the Ravens make the playoffs this year starting 0-2?
I think they will. They played the Raiders, right? Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, the Raiders. I mean, they looked all right in the game. Not the best like they could have been. But I think they actually might have a chance to make the playoffs. But, yeah, really.
I don't know. I don't feel like they do.
I think they do, yeah.
Cash, what do you think? So Nick thinks they don't. I think they don't.
No, I said I do.
They do.
I don't know if they do. If they catch a couple more losses, I think they're immediately out of it, especially with
same.
Mark Andrews not performing as well as he
As well as he used
Well, I
to.
mean, a lot of the tight ends aren't getting looks
Yeah,
at
there's
all on
barely any
teams.
tight ends. I think the best tight end this week was like Denzel Washington for the
Brock
Pittsburgh-
Bowers looked pretty
or
good.
Brock Bowers had a good week, but Denzel Washington was like top 3 tight end this week, and he had 1 touchdown and like 38 yards.
Yeah.
So, speaking of offense, the Saints have one of the best offenses in the league right now.
I definitely did not expect that.
Derek Carr having his MVP run with their new OC, Clint Kubiak. I don't know how he turned this around so fast, but I feel like most of it goes to him. Like, most of the credit goes to him. I mean, they made Alvin Kamara go back to his 3rd prime he's had.
Yeah.
He obviously had 40 fantasy points this week. 44 fantasy
Rashid
points.
Shaheed went crazy.
Yeah, I feel like if they involve Chris Olave a little bit more in this offense, I feel like it's lethal and they make a deep playoff run this year.
Definitely.
Cash, would you like to give us a little rundown on how the NFL went this week?
Yes, the Bills win 31-10 against the Dolphins. That was kind of unexpected. The Raiders win 26-23 over the Ravens. The Chargers win 26-3 over the Panthers. The Saints win 44-19 over the Cowboys. The Bucks win 20-16 against the Lions. Packers win 16-10 against the Colts. Browns win 18-13 over the Jaguars. Vikings win 23-17 over the 49ers. Seahawks win 23-20 against the Patriots. Jets win 24-17 against the Titans. Commanders win 21-18 against the Giants. Cardinals win 41-10 against Rams. Steelers win 13-6 against Broncos. Chiefs win 26-25 over the Bengals. Texans win 19-13 over the Bears. Falcons win 22-21 over the Eagles.
So, do we think, speaking of, the Dolphins, do we think Tua played his last snap of NFL football?
I think they came out and said he was going to stay in the league for a little longer.
He should just get out of the league.
Yeah,
before he left.
they announced that he's out for definite 4 weeks, but they didn't say if he's going to be medically forced into retirement. I think that's the best option. I mean, obviously not for the team, but you just got to cut your losses at that point. 4 concussions, 4 documented concussions. There's been a lot of standout rookies this year. Caleb Williams has not been one of them.
Mm-hmm. They almost beat the Texans, and I think the Texans look pretty good this year. But
They do, but I don't know. Bears, I don't feel like they're going to be good at all. Overhyped wide receiver room. Rome Odunze hasn't looked good. DJ Moore's looked pretty good. I feel like he's that clear-cut wide receiver 1. But Keenan Allen looks more like a tight end than he does receiver right now.
mm-hmm.
All right, thank you guys for watching the Playbook Podcast. Make sure to tune in next week.